Hi, guys, and welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Today's video is on Aerosmith's Joe Perry, the guitarist for the band. And he says, this band, not talking about Aerosmith, but this band is as important as the Beatles. And I'm not talking the Rolling Stones. That's not the one he thought. This one might surprise you. It didn't really surprise me, but it might surprise you. Let's take a look. The guitarist Joe Perry helped to form Aerosmith back in 1970. The same year was that most successful band of all time, the Beatles, came to an end. The group lasted only 10 years, but caused a revolution not only in rock and roll, but in many other music genres, showing different songwriting possibilities. George, Paul, Ringo, and John became the best-selling band in history, with an estimated amount of more than 600 million records sold worldwide. Of course, they were a huge influence for Aerosmith, but for almost every other band that was formed during the following decades. However, for Joe Perry, there's another British band that was as important as the Beatles for music. Joe Perry was born in Lawrence, Massachusetts, not far from Boston, so he was able to see many incredible groups performing there when he was young. Those shows were crucial to inspire him to become a musician and to join a band. He saw many famous American bands, but it was the British groups that caused a bigger impact on him. One of those bands was Led Zeppelin, the group that, in his opinion, was as important as the Beatles for music. He said that when Led Zeppelin was inducted into the UK Music Hall of Fame in 2006, when he and Steven Tyler were interviewed, Perry said, as far as breaking down barriers, they were as important as the Beatles. He already had shared all his love for the group when he and Tyler had the chance to induct him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995. During his speech, he praised the band, focusing on Jimmy Page. He also said that Aerosmith wouldn't exist without their music. I just want to say a couple things about what Zeppelin means to me. I love this band because they had no limits. They weren't musical snobs. They never held on to any one style. Zeppelin could change gears 6 times in one album. They played blues, funk, rock, reggae, and ballads. I think it's laughable that some people still consider them just a heavy metal band. At least half of their best songs are acoustic, and they were doing unplugged long before it was a hip thing to do. I've learned a lot from Jimmy Page. The best lesson was, don't be afraid to play an instrument, stringed or otherwise. He played slide guitar, electric, acoustic, 12-string, bass, mandolin, sitar, and dulcimer. He invented strange tunings, whatever it took to create the mood. Joe Perry continued, so Jimmy, when you're going to show me how to play that Rain song, he laughs. So I know for Steven and the rest of our band, Aerosmith, when I say that Aerosmith wouldn't exist in its present form without Led Zeppelin's continuing inspiration. A few months ago when I was having lunch with Jimmy Page in Buenos Aires, he asked me to do this tonight. I felt like I was one being honored, Joe Perry said. There you go. Led Zeppelin was a huge, you ask most rock bands from that era, and most of them were inspired by the Beatles, but a lot of them were inspired by Zeppelin. I've read a lot on like AC/DC, Kiss, Aerosmith, the bands of that era. Big influence Led Zeppelin was, as was the Who. Anyway, that's all I have for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Now go turn up some Led Zeppelin and rock and roll. Anyway, I'm too old to be saying that, right? Anyway, please don't forget about classic TV facts and trivia. Head on over there, check it out for me. Please subscribe. And if you would, please give us a like over here. Kind of trying to get viewership up a little bit more, and the more likes we get, the more it gets noticed. Plus, I want to know if you really like this or not, if you're just humoring the old, bald, fat guy. Have a great day. God bless you. Praying for you.